All right, what is up? We are here for a seventh day in a row of streaming. It's like I'm trying to take this seriously or something. Um, all right, let's go ahead and send this live. All right. So today, I've given the last like 3 days over to. Oh, I don't have them here. I given the last 3 days over to Sunfire, without giving any more plays to Nova. A couple days ago or a few days ago when I originally tested Sunfire, tested it next to Nova Prime, and then I spent the last 2 days doing more tests with Sunfire, obviously. Um, so let's go back and give some more love to Nova Prime here. I had to change my table up a little bit because for some reason, like cards backs were not loading in and it was doing that whole thing where they were just white. Um, I'm not sure what exactly causes that. I just know it's annoying. Um, So I had to like rebuild my table and I guess limit how much I have in here loaded in. So I'm going to be testing Nova Prime today with another character that I'm still currently in my alpha, but I'm pretty much ready to put her in beta, I think, which is Canon Psylocke. And we're going to do a playtest against Klaw. I can't remember if Klaw was who I did 3 days ago with Nova Prime originally, or if it was somebody like Crossbones or whatever, because those are usually the two that I go to first and foremost when I'm playtesting. Um, so the way how I'm looking at it right now is I'm probably going to do tonight and probably tomorrow with some more playtesting on Nova Prime, um, and then I'm going to start working in some of the scenarios as well after that. I might actually do one of the custom scenarios tomorrow. I know there's um, Sinestro of the Nova Corps and who's the other one? Some other DC villain. I'm not overly familiar with DC. Reverse Flash, something like that. I'm not overly familiar with DC properties. Um, but yeah, I've already drawn my hands, did my mole. I forgot to record that because I just wasn't thinking about it, and I've got him set up, except for this part, which I need to discard cards until I minion. We've done all the shut. Oh, first one, first player. Haha, we get a minion here. But yeah, let's go ahead and get on into this tonight. I was looking at some of my audio checks, and the way I'm gonna look at it is I want my mic aux to stay in the yellow, um, because red to me means it's peaking. Um, so I have to like constantly keep my volume up. It's currently 4:30 in the morning, so I don't know how loud I want to be when I do these streams. Um, if I did it at a normal human time, I'd probably be able to talk as loud as I want to, but people are sleeping. All right, so let's get into this. What do I have in this hand? Oh yeah, I can't mulligan any of this because I've already mulliganed. But good news is I can just pop this on. Is remove, discard an equal amount from a different scheme. Okay. This is probably useless right now, honestly. Yeah, this would be useless right now. I might just put Groot in and then start blasting. It's gonna flip. Is it Guardian on both sides? No. Okay, so I'd have to flip the Groot in to begin with. This, and I don't think I'm gonna need Overwatch, honestly. Let's get Groot. I can accelerate myself. So let's do that. That's another thing that's messing with my volume is I mutter to myself a lot of times when I talk to myself. Um, which on its own is quiet. All right, let's go to an attack for 2. I got a south right in it. And then I will spend the wild to use the wild accelerate to ready. Oh, I draw a card as well. Draw a card. I might actually spend accelerate to get this out. Do I want to attack or do I want to get rid of the threat from this? Yeah, let's get rid of threat from this first so I can not have multiple problems. So remove 2 threats, and then I remove 2 threat again. Actually, before I do that, let's get this out. Let's actually use this to get justice served. Set up for the future here. Didn't get any of his big cards in my hand to begin with, and I got 2 of Accelerates in the opening hand, so that kind of sucks, but let's see what comes of this. So I thwarted. I can have Groot start working on this guy. Oh, he comes in with toughness. Never mind. I don't want to have Groot take 2 consequential damage just to work off a tough. All right, cannon. What do I got here? In my actual hand. I'm going to use her ability to find JustATuna. If you haven't seen how she plays before, she is a big fiend of psionics, and she also can take damage to make text like telepathy cheaper. That is her thing. I'm thinking about rewording her ability to deal 1 damage to Psylocke and generates a wild to use on a psionic upgrade, since I think all of them are upgrades as it stands right now. That might read easier than changing this to just a single mental. That's probably honestly where I'm going to go with it. So I can power of the mind, whoops, my katana in. I'm going to exhaust the Psylocke to knock the tough off of this guy. Damn, I can get the Sonic Sheathing out already. That's awesome. Let's do that. Get the Sheathing out. Because I played a Psionic card, this readies, which means I get to do this. Reduce the cost of the next card I play this turn by 1. I'm going to go ahead and smack for 1 more. Actually, I need to be flipping to do this. So smack for 1 more. I don't want to get her kunai out. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't. It's reduced by 1. It comes in with 2 counters. 2 counters, right? Oh, wrong counters. I forget to do that like every time. This 3 counters. Which will ready this. I will smack the villain for 1, which will draw me a card. And then I will... I'm going to keep this in my hand. I will... take the 1 damage to change it to 1 mental and telepathy onto Sai Kunai. So I remove 2 threat from his scheme, which doesn't matter, and deal 2 damage to an enemy, so I defeat Armored Guard. That have a number on the back too. Oh, that's because it's the old counter. Not going to be able to do a lot of damage right now. Actually, I can do 2. I don't know why I'm thinking that. Let's go ahead and deal 2 damage to the villain. And that will end my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Why aren't these flipping? So I need 1 of each resource to use his ability. All right. So 2. He attacks Nova Prime. Kind of want Groot here to block big boy attacks, I think. He'll block. He's got 6 health for 2 damage, and this comes into play. So he takes 2, but then he because he defended, he heals 2. And then I get attacked for 1. I'll just take that little bit of damage. Attack Psylocke. How many Sonics do I have? 1, 2, 3. I will defend with ninja speed, so I have +3 defense. So I take no damage. And what's the rest of this text? I can discard a psionic event from my hand. I don't have an ally. It's any ally though. I don't need it right now. Too ready myself. Let's just roll with that punch. Here. Crap. Attacks and damages a character. Spend 1 of each. Rude. Or exhaust each character I control. Well, I don't have everything of that, so we just have to do that. Sonic Boom is a rude card. Onto her, she literally has nothing in her hand that she can play. So I'm just going to hit for 1. And then the first time I exhaust it, the next card is -1, but I have, this should have 1 less count on it. I have nothing I can play. So what I will do is I'll take the 1 damage and change the requirement on this to a single mental, and I'll spend 1 of these to JustATuna for 2 threat remove and 2 damage. That will end her turn. So even though she was exhausted, she did 3 damage, 2 threat removal. So that's not a bad turn. So on to him. Get another Overwatch. I didn't even pay attention to that. Well, I have 1 of everything if I want to do a geometric blast. So yeah, screw it. Let's geometric blast. This is the attack one, right? Oh, it readies him. So actually, before I do this official, let me attack for 2. Spend all of this to ready, because this readies me. Use his ability to make it 5 wild. I got +4 attack and piercing and all that. So 6 damage. I do not have the resources available to me right now to get rid of the attachment, which I'm okay with. All right. That is the end of their turns. I don't have another enemy, so let me get rid of that and draw new cards. Eye Blades. So these are one of the big engines of our deck, along with the JustATuna. I'm a bit overwhelmingly resourced right now. I don't need this much. Ready and just making sure, yep, 4 cards. All right, 2. He's got +1 attack when he attacks her. And she has no defense this time. However, she's got a slew of cards. I will block it. And it gets 2, so 1, 2, 3 damage, so I take 1 damage. And then attacks Nova. Which one's this one? It's the thwart one. So it's going to be 1 plus these 2 cards. Groot will block for me. Oh my god, literally 6 damage. I'm sorry, Groot buddy. You're defeated before your response can go off. I was not expecting 6 damage. I was hoping for something like between like 3 and 4 damage, and then he'd just heal back a little bit. That was rough. We didn't have this card in. If I would have dealt with that, that would have been fine. Hero. He attacks me if this does at least any damage. What place? When thrown the screen. So it's going to, because she's exhausted and she doesn't have defense. So it's just going to do whatever it does. Literally does 1 damage. Exhaust your hero. She's already exhausted. So then we place 1 threat onto the main scheme and go over here to sound manipulation. When revealed hero, take 2 damage, he heals 2. Rude. You're almost dead. Well, you're still kind of almost dead. All right. So she's got a lot of attack in her hand right now. So he should actually probably worry about anything else. Do I want to get rid of this attachment? Oh, and she's also stunned, so yeah. One second. I kind of want to get this out, but I want to get rid of that attachment that's out there. So I'm going to spend... this sucks to have to do. Spend these 3 to get rid of this. Because I'm not in the mood to get everybody stunned all the time. And then I'm going to thwart for 2. I'm not in dire need of thwarting for 5 right now. So I'll get that out there. That will end his turn, though. Onto her. She is stunned, which sucks so bad. So I'll use this to knock the stun off because it is attack. I will overpay for Psy Blades, which deal 2 damage to an enemy and confuse it. I mean, might need to bump up how much that costs because that's a strong card. Which, what is this? Oh, this should actually have been free now that I think about it. Because the first time I exhaust it, it reduces the cost. The second time I exhaust it, which is about to happen. So another 1 damage. I draw a card. And now, so I have the Shinobi Shaw. He is fodder to me. For another Psy Blade. It does 2 damage, and because he's confused, it removes threats. Yeah, I should probably bump this up to 2 cost. It's extremely strong. I know it's supposed to be one of the parts of her, like main parts of her deck, but she's got enough resource generation in her deck to just easily go through this. This would be pointless to use right now. I can spend 3 and get magic out. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get magic out, and then to hell with it. I'm not worried about using her response when she comes in. She's just going to come in and hit for 2 damage. So I put magic in here because the 2 of them are on the Alaskan stationed X-Men together. I like to keep my decks themed if I can. So that is why I have magic randomly in her deck. That being said, let's go and draw 1, 2, 3. Oh, I have to ready as well. And then draw her. Did I want to flip? I kind of want to flip. Yeah, she flips at the end of her turn. I'm not going to use her ability, though, because I retcon that. She didn't draw a single one of her cards. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right, so 2 attacks Nova Prime. What do we got here? So his ready mechanic. No defense. I'm just gonna take this. Discard a random card from the hand, and 2. So 2 damage. Let's group these. Loses a Sandar. That sucks. This lag sometimes. And then would scheme but is confused. Encounter. Off guard, discard an upgrade or support he controls. Goodbye. Villain, nope, nothing. And Twigger Shark. First player. I'm going to find a copy of Psyblades. Put it into my hand. And do some good damage right now. I'm going to heal for 3. I am going to flip 1, which will reduce the cost of the next card to play by 1. I'm going to 1, 2 actually to get this in, which will increase my hit points by 3. I'm at 3 attack right now. Let me take 1 damage and spend a mental to knock the last off of this. It deals 2 damage, removes 2 threat. Oh, I need to put this in here. And I will spend this for Psyblades to deal. He's doing the flips in-ish, yeah. I'll deal 2 damage and confuse, which readies this, and I'll exhaust this to knock 1 more damage off of him. Magic will knock the last 2 off of him. Oh, I'm supposed to draw a card. Grey Crow. Cyborg boyfriend. I will not. I can't do anything else, so I don't know why I'm saying I will not do something. I have nothing else I can do. That's going to end her turn. Nova Prime. So, I could conceivably attack, ready, attack, flip. Or attack, ready, flip, attack. So yeah, let's do that. I'll attack for 2. I will spend the mental to ready and draw a card. Ooh, after I spend this to, I can put this into play. I mean, threat's kind of being well handled, so let's do that. This is just this card. Remove 1 threat from the main scheme. Well, it's not going to get anything. I'm just going to get this out. Flip, heal. A little bit wasted because I have no cards in my hand, but it's 10 out of 12. It's not the biggest deal. Speaking of which, let me do this. Her health is 15. All right, so that's going to end their turns. Ready to. I haven't gotten a World Mind yet either. There's 1, 2. So he's got 6 cards, right? So he needs 2 more to make up for the 2 that don't count against his hand size. So there you go. There's a hand size. As somebody who built a character who had 10 cards in my hand last night and I couldn't play any of them, I am all too familiar with having a large hand size. All right. On to the villain phase. We get 2. He attacks over here. Magic will block it. Thank you, Magic. Oh, wow. It was only 1 damage. And I'll let her take that 1. Get this off of me. And then would scheme, but is confused. Encounter. All right, you may flip to alter ego. I'm already there. Choose, exhaust. Yeah, let's just go ahead and rip the band-aid off here. And then here, Masters of Evil. When revealed, discard cards from the counter deck until that one. Yep. Whirlwind. Should have Melter in here still. And then this gets 6 on it. Game. Thank you. All right. Let's just flip him. He's practically healed. Let's go ahead and put this down. I have every known resource available to man. I can work on that side scheme. Oh, I have to play this. I cannot play this if I play another card this phase. Okay, so I can't even play Star-Lord. But I kind of wanted this. So I'll take that. It's a shame drawing Star-Lord when you have an 8-card hand size. So 1, 2, and 3. They're all wild, so we'll call them whatever we want to for this. To make 5 wild, to Galactic Guardian, which will ready me and give me +3 thwart, so I'm at 6 thwarts. I'll exhaust to get rid of Masters of Evil. I'm looking at Psylocke's hand at the bottom on accident. I need a fist for this. Well, I'm not getting rid of Star-Lord, because I can probably play him next turn. So discard this to generate a wild to make it a fist to ready myself. And I'll attack for 2 damage onto Whirlwind. Yeah, Whirlwind. Let's do this before he starts smacking people here. And that will end Zenova's turn. So what do I have here? I have the Scimitar, which is, of course, an extremely great basic item. It's a shame I got it now, but we'll make this work. We'll get rid of Telekinesis and Cybo Attack. Actually, before we do this, because it is a Sonic card, let's smack for 1, and then spend the 2 resources. Actually, I only have to spend 1 because it's making it cheaper to get Scimitar out, which readies JustATuna to smack for 1. When this one happens, I draw a card. Ooh, Path of the Mind. Fantastic. I will attack for 2, knock him out, and then I will use this to play Cybo Attack to deal 4 damage and defeat this phase of Klaw. He is now at 36 hit points. That's a pretty big jump to go from 24 to 36. And he gets Immortal Claw now. The Immortal Claw. There it is. Let's see it down here. Which comes into play with 6. And he's up to 46 actually, because the extra 10. And I just played a Psionic Attack, so deal 2 damage to enemy. Do not want to sacrifice Scarecrow just to play my cabin. That's going to be my turn. 7, 3, 4, and I'll shuffle this. So I have 1 of everything. I do have 1 of everything. So I can Star-Lord. All right. 2, 3, excuse me. Attacks for 1. I will just take this. He's in a good spot. So I'll say ally control has suck it. So it just does 1 damage. Attack Psylocke. I don't have my jump on. I'll just take this. I'm not. Yeah, what can happen? For 2 damage, and then this guy attacks for 1. I'm just going to take all of it. This, give me chocolate. Ooh, there we go. It's a bit late in the game. So that cannot be gotten rid of. This is out. All right, we got a target-rich environment here. So this has 5 on it. Yeah, first player on it here. All right, so now anytime a character is defeated, I get closer to getting possessed. So that will happen. And I actually want to kind of force it to happen if I can, just for the sake of experiencing it. Bodo, exhaust to deal 1 damage, which will reduce the next card I play this turn by 1 to get the X-Jet in. I will use, I don't have any Sonic cards in my hand. Oh man, this is weird. I can't ready JustATuna. I'm not used to this. I'm going to spend 1 to Grey Crow's Cabin. I will flip, actually. So we're in a decent spot on the main scheme. To heal for 3, I will use my ability to find a copy of Psyblades. So that I have that for next turn. And then if he's okay, after he speaks, I can actually do this too and get another psionic. Screw it. Let's get another. Do I want another Psyblades? Because I can just grab a Psyblades next turn. Let's grab the other Psylocke. No, I'm grabbing the other Psylocke. Screw it. I do have 3 resources to get Grey Crow into play. This is from my discard pile. Why do I have them both doing discard pile interactions with psionics? I should change that. Maybe this is search your deck for a psionic. In which case I'd probably want to give it an additional cost to it. But I do want 1, 2, 3. Let's get Grey Crow out. Grey Crow will attack and defeat the weapons runner. And again, I want to force this to happen because I want to get more experience playing with Whitelock here. All right, that'll win Psy's turn. I will spend an energy, a mental, and a fist to generate 5 wilds to get Star-Lord into play, which discards, discards my hand. Yep. And draws a new hand, a 4 and 5, which I need 1 more because I have a World Mine in my hand. All right, so I get this. What to do here? I do not have an Avenger, I have a Guardian, and I'm a Guardian, so Problem Solvers is useless to me. That's for Gray, which I don't have. This doubles for Justice, which would be overkill. I think it's actually more along the lines of being in here just so I can generate wild resources. So when I mean cancel all the effects and discard when I'm minion treachery or side scheme. Okay. So I actually literally have nothing in my hand that's really that worth playing right now. I'm not a big fan of these cards, these alliance cards. Get Justice Served in. I will attack, or no, I'm going to thwart for 2 off of this one. Yeah, this kind of sucks. That's not a great 6 cards that I drew in terms of keeping the turn going. Star-Lord will thwart off of this for 2. Do I want to do, because he's about to scheme for, he's about to get 3, 4. So yeah, instead of removing anything from this, 1, 2, 3, 4 instead. Yeah, that'll end that turn. So she gets to draw back up. And ready, and he gets to draw 1 and 2. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Attacks Psylocke. Or, excuse me, schemes against Psylocke. So we just take. Oh my god, really? Really? I've gotten this every single time to boost other cards. It's kind of annoying. And attacks Richard Rider here. He's going to take. So 1, 2, 3 damage. Not bad. Encounter, encounter, and encounter. Is this when it's revealed against you? No, when a minion treachery or side scheme. I am an alter ego, so it gains surge. I'll spend 1 of each, or exhaust all my characters. I fucking hate Sonic Boom. Energy, physical, mental. Sorry, greater supporting control. These are permanent. Or, excuse me, these are permanent. So, I'd rather get rid of Great Crow's Cabin then. Because I can just kind of do the same thing with her ability. Masters of Mayhem. I'm going to use my resource to spend 3. 1, 2, and 3 to Galactic Response. So I cancel all the effects of this treachery. And I draw 1 card for each icon in the boost field. Reveal this. Oh, good. That kind of got it from this. Claw heals 4. Is he missing? Oh, yeah, he is at a max of 46 health, so he'd go up to 46. He's alter egos or hero, so he'd be healing 2 and dealing 2. I'm looking at the wrong part. Either way, he still hits his max health. Over here now. He has nothing. He has nothing in his hand. Like, really, seriously, nothing. I need to get threat removed from these goddamn side schemes. This recon is not big. Oh, by the way, I think I was saying, there should be 1 more removed from this because he has 3, not 2. Use these 2 to remove everything off of this. And I need to flip down. Actually, Star-Lord can chump for me. So maybe flipping isn't the most necessary thing in the world here. I'm about to confuse him, so it's actually not terrible for me to flip. I'll flip. All right, so I was going to heal myself 1 more time, but now that cabin's gone, I don't need to recover to use it. Use my ability to get Psy Blades. I will flip. I will, and I'd be overspinning the hell out of everything in my hand right now. I will attack for 2. I will use this to Psy Blades for 2, which will confuse. I will, actually, before I play the Psy Blades, I'll use this to hit for 1, which will reduce the cost of this by 1. And then I use this to play the second, the first one readies this. So then I exhaust, hit 1 more. This, then I use this to pay for this, to hit him for 2 more. And then if he's already confused, remove 2 threat. And then, that's it. Okay, I got some confusion. And then because I play a Sonic, 2 more. I'll spend these 2 to play for a side. He's already confused, which is a shame, but 3 damage. I'll exhaust to remove. This is about to put 3 on, 4 on. And he's confused though. So let's take it off of Immortal Klaw. It's still the first stage, so I can afford to let it go once. Anything else? No. This. Oh, good. There's my side butterfly. 2 damage. This. I'm going to discard this. I'm thinking about discarding this. I won't. So I should have a 6 card. Doot, doot, doot. And then I get 1 more because connection to the World Mind. All right, villain phase. 1, 2, 1, 2. Goes a scheme, is confused, attacks. And then nah. Do I have another Sonic? I have that. Yeah, I can actually afford to discard a Sonic. I'll defend. I get +1 to 3 defense, so I'm at 5 defense against 6 damage. Are you kidding me? And I have to take no damage for this, right? Or no, okay, I did remove that attack. So after resolving the attack, I can discard a Psionic. So you're ready. And now encounter cards. That and that. I'm an alter ego. This card can surge. The villain schemes. Well, shit. So 2. Oh, literally 2. So this is defeated. I knew that was going to happen too. Discard cards until a minion is discarded. Alright, so I got another little a-hole to kill. Over here. When revealed. Better than playing. Oh god, I'm just making friends over here. I think there's still Masters of Evil in here. That's not a Master of Evil. You're a mercenary. Yep, there's this asshole. Alright, flip. Oh my god. It's literally all the Masters of Evil. Alright. Fantastic. Oh man. What do I got here? Well, 1, 2 smack. These are all annoying to me. 1 damage here. Reduces cost of the next card I play by 1. Let me get Trained Assassin out. I will spend 1, 2 to get my butterfly out. Or I didn't even have to spend 2. I could keep this in my hand. Spend 1 to get the butterfly out because it was reduced by 1. I play a Psionic, so 2 damage. And I get to draw a card after this readies and I hit for 1 more, which means I get to draw the card. Temper, you're about to be. Consequential is defeated, right? Yeah, consequential is defeated because the text is when you were defeated by consequential damage, or when this ally is defeated by consequential damage. So, I'm about to let him just get defeated. It's not the worst idea. I will exhaust him to deal 2 damage to Tiger Shark, which will, it's going to put 2 counters on this, so I'm just going to do it now. Flip, he's defeated. Spend 1 as a response to Sonic Flashback. So remove threat equal to his attack from a scheme. So let's remove 2 from here, because currently there are 5 acceleration tokens in play. I will, so my attack right now is 3. I don't think I remembered that. I know I can use the counter, but I don't like using counters on cards with bleed art on it. I'm going to attack for 3. And I'm going to, will he be able to help out at all with some of this damage? He can. I'm going to attack for 3 onto Radioactive Man because he's an asshole. Yeah, I don't have anything for this. Actually, I do. I'm going to take 1 damage, exhaust this to make it I take the 1 damage to make this mental only. Exhaust this to pay for the mental. This readies me, and I get +2 thwart or +2 attack on my this turn. I'm going to attack for 5 and kill Melter. Because I got +1 here, +1 here. And +2 off of that. Alright, so this only needs 2 more defeated characters to do what it's going to do. Alright, Nova. I'll heal for 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will already. I will Overwatch onto. Threat is removed from this scheme. Remove it from another scheme. Let's put it on Masters of Evil then. I'm going to use an energy. Well, I have everything here. Let's take a drink real quick. Going to spend 1 as energy to ready. I will thwart for 3 off of this. Pop Overwatch to remove 3 more. This then all it does 10 damage to him. He was at 32, right? So there. Do I get Quasar in? Remove 1 threat from each scheme. You'll only be removing just the 1. You can spend less to get Wiccan out. So let's do that. Let's spend 2. Oh, I can do this. Drop this to ready myself. Spend 2 to get Wiccan. I will thwart off of this for 1. That's only boost icons, right? Yep, 1 and then nothing else, no damage. I can remove the last if I want to use Peter Quill. Or myself, but I'd be overkilling it. Yeah, let's keep Peter Quill out here because I might want a chump blocker. So I'll remove the last bit myself. That will end my turn. So draw 5 cards. No more connections to the War Mine, so bland hand. 5 cards. Got the cabin back, got side blades. Good hand. It's a fun hand. Unfortunately, one of them was going to get discarded for Radioactive Man. Honestly, I probably could have attacked, but it's fine. Just hope I hope I don't lose side blades, because that's kind of like the big one right there. 1, 2, 3. Attacks over on Psylocke. I think she is going to take 3 damage. 1 from this. I'll just take the 1 and discard the random. Actually, I'm seated here. I can actually use the discard random button. And then attacks Nova Prime, Star-Lord. Dead as hell. That is another character defeated, so this goes up. Encounter and encounter. When revealed, place 2 more threats. And then, okay, so no, I didn't have all the Masters of Evil because there's Whirlwind, so 3 of the 4. This goes up to 2. And that shuffles. On to Nova. I didn't even look what I had in my hand. So I got the attack one, I've got the thwart one, got a world mind. If I played Spooderman, I would immediately get that. That's pretty funny. Yeah, you know, let's do that. Let's spend Whirlmind, CITT as whatever ones I don't use for this one. I think I'll get rid of the... Honestly, the threat removal has been pretty good except for 1 turn. So that is 3 of the resources I need to make 5 wild. Get Spooderman out. And he removes 6 threat from his side scheme, so this is gone. Good job, Spooder. This is which one? The mental. I'm going to attack for 2. I'm going to attack for 2. Going to thwart for 1 off of the Bane. And then deal 1 damage to Whirlwind. I will use this, discard this for a wild to accelerate myself. I will let's just finish Whirlwind off. Let's get Whitelock in. All right, Whitelock. So I have 6 on here. Swap my identity with my spirit form. There's my insert. There's the deck. And I'm no longer Psylocke. I am Psylocke in white. All right. That ends his turn. So Psylocke in white is technically a good guy, but a corrupted good guy. Let me shuffle this. So I no longer get the +1 thwart and +1 attack. I still get the +1 attack from this though. Oh, my hit points are 15 now. Yeah. So the first card I play each turn must be a spirit card, but I just turned now. So I don't have a spirit card yet. That's actually an interesting thing. I should probably have text in here that explains that you should probably have to have a spirit card in your opening hand when you get this form. So we'll say that that happens. So, oh yeah, and then this is replaced. It is actually removed from the game and I become possessed. So this has 20 counters on it. I have to use this as the first card I play, so let's ice attack. So do 5 attacks here. So 2 damage, 2, 3. Oh yeah, Spider-Man should have a damage on him. You know what? Do you consent to getting hit? Yes, he does. So this will knock 6 off. and then deal 2 damage to the villain. That's the 5 attacks. If this attack deals damage, so I could essentially deal 10 damage to a friendly character and knock 20 right off of this. That's trade-off. Do you want to do 20 damage to a friendly character? I do need to heal. So if I have a spirit card in my hand, I cannot play cards or recover. I will recover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're the first player in an encounter card. Stars instead, and then it forces me to flip back over. I can now play cards as normal for my hand, though. So I can exhaust this to deal 1 damage, which will reduce the cost of the next card play by 1. I'll use this to deal 2 damage. I'm confused. Oh, this readies, and then I do this to 1, and then I play this. Yeah. So the next I draw a card. I'm doing it out of order. I'm doing it right. I'm just doing it out of order. It's a weird wording. I might want to fix the wording. I draw the card. I deal 1 damage. Yeah. I can also do this and deal 2 damage with the scimitar. I will spend the 1 on Trained Assassin. Spend 1, 2 to Psychic Assault to deal 3 damage to an enemy. I remove 1 threat from a scheme because I play Psychic with that. I don't have any resources in my hand, so I can't Trained Assassin. That will end her turn. So I get 5 cards from here and 1 card from here. Just want to pull from that one first. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 more because this doesn't count. All right. 1, 2, 1, 2. Attacks over here. Wiccan, you're awesome like that. Dead. This enters play. And it attacks me for a measly 1 point of damage, so I'll take that. Actually, no, this doesn't have any more in it. All right. Attacks Psylocke and white. I can defend, but I do not have a defense. I'm just going to take this. 1, 2 damage. Counter and encounter. Hey, this finally came out as an attachment. Guard. And I'm in hero form, so I take 2 and he heals 2. First player, I have to denial. I have to play a denial. Which places all the counters I just took off of it back on it. All right, that's the point though. That is the only true set. Oops, wrong discard pile. Only true setback in this entire deck is a denial. Yeah, some of these can cause you to like hurt friendly characters, but that is the only one that directly screws over your counters. All right, back to this. I might honestly flip and heal again. Now that I don't have it, I can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It flips me. And I deal myself an encounter card. I will exhaust to deal 1. Which will make the cost of the next card to play this turn by less by 1. I'll Psyblade Zen to 2. Because he's already confused, it removes 2. I will Just play Psychic. Let's do 2 more. Let's just kill this guy real quick. I can no longer have my ability to change all these things to singles. I play a Psychic, so that readies this. I deal 1 damage to the villain, which now draws me a card from the Sonic Sheathing. Psychic Kicker doesn't fucking matter because there's no allies, no friendlies in play. I will spend Power of the Mind to Psychic Assault to deal 3 damage to an enemy. I will... I don't have... Damn, I was about to try and play the ability on 2 energies. I have 1 of everything. Actually, if I have 1 of everything, I can get rid of this attachment. So let's do that. I'll spend this... Actually, I do have 2 energies. I could use this. Should I? Because I'd use that and deal... I could use it and literally defeat the enemy. Let's do it. Use this as an energy. Use this. Trained Assassin readies me. I have 5/7 attack to hit for 7. All right. Psylocke in white got to come out, and she was possessed for a little bit here. That's good though. So some real quick notes on things I should do with Psylocke. Maybe reword Sonic Sheathing so I don't get confused every time, or I don't like I was doing it right every time. It's just I was doing a little out of order every time. Didn't get a chance to go through a lot of her white deck. With more players, this would be out for a while. Well, it can be out for a while. I have a text on here that says that other players can help her get rid of it. Kind of like them snapping her out of it. The only other card in her deck that I actually have concerns about. So if I take this to 2 cost, then I'd probably give it 1 more damage back instead as well. I guess instead of saying the word instead. When I originally made this, I had this as a 1 cost 3 damage. I might make this 2 cost 3 damage. Confuse and the extra threat removal. It's going to be a strong card no matter what. Yeah, that might be a good trade-off. 2 to 3. Confuse. Yeah, it's probably more fair, especially because she has a little resource generation. She would get another threat removal off of this anyway, so maybe I could do it 2, 3, and then 1 threat removal. And that would be the trade-off. So again, Nova. So I played Nova a couple of days ago, and I had fun with him despite the fact that he is of a style of character that I'm not a particularly big fan of, which is decks with expensive cards in their, characters with expensive cards in their decks. It's not really my forte. That being said, poor Groot. Poor Groot. I really miss him. The question is, how do I feel about him as a character? So I'm thinking, like I said before, I'm thinking about playing him again tomorrow. And then to give him another fair shake. I wish I thought about doing this back when I was playing Kate Bishop. I would have had different opinions if I played her a lot more times. I played her 3 times, but only once was on stream. So what do I think about him? It's really all the cards. He does not have a lot of cards. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 15. So Connection to the World Mind is awesome. I love cards don't count towards hand size limits. Accelerate is awesome. The requirements are practically null and void when you have so much wild in your deck. But they need that balance on them. I really think they need that balance. And the draw card, awesome. I don't know if I might have missed like one draw because I just was not paying attention. Um, I like the Galactic Guardian and what's the other one? The Geometric Blast. They're fine. Um, I think I said it last time. I think you could even get away with upping the numbers of each of them by one, but that's a fine balance to do. Um, they're perfectly fine as they are. I wouldn't put them on the same tier as Awesomeness as Accelerate and Connection to the World Mind. Yeah, let's put them down here. Nova's helmets. I use it, but at the same time, I'm kind of it's just kind of mad to me because I'm using a resource to generate a resource. It's free, so that's perfectly fine. It does help. Uh, I think I used it once today, and I think the other stream I might have used it once or twice. It's actually no, I think I used it twice today, so I'm getting my use out of it. It's just kind of there. Star Lord also just kind of there. One of the first hand I got him in, I was like, why would I want to get rid of an 8-card hand just to play Star Lord? Um, he's fine. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say about him. Um, his ability is great, but you only get to use it once, obviously. But once you've played him, he's just kind of like a standard issue minion ally. Xandar, I didn't get to play today because I got discarded and I never saw it again. I think I got a lot of use out of it uh, the first time I played him. Um, so I'd put it like somewhere in between these two tiers. Galactic Response today, I actually used it for once. I didn't use it at all the first time I streamed him. I used him today, or used Galactic Response today. It's just an okay card to me. Um, it's essentially 3 resources to cancel out an entire card and then draw a few cards. I mean, it's just an okay card to me. It's fine. It doesn't do anything to set the world on fire to me. Do I have anything? Nah. The deck construction around it is great. Um, it really, except for these, I don't give a crap about these cards. Uh, to me, they're resources. That's what they are to me. Does he? Actually, I was sitting here like, does he even have an Avenger? He has Spider-Man. This stands right now, just from there's Spider-Man Avenger. This stands right now, I'd definitely say this deserves to be a sealed deck. It's still not a style that I play, but it does fucking work, doesn't it? Um, I would not call it overly powerful. If I were to give it like a tier from like F to S, I'd put it probably solidly an A, maybe an A minus type tier. I don't feel like it's overly strong or anything like that. I feel it could get stronger in certain areas without being overpowered. Um, these 2 cards right here are really the only ones that feel overly strong, but the deck construction around it works for it. I still haven't played the Douglas with it. I wish kind of remove 2 threat from any scheme, ignoring crisis icons. Again, it's so weird to see outside of a um, a Marie Hill deck. So yeah, this poor guy. What's his nemesis? I think next game I play, I'm gonna just when I hit phase 2, I'm just gonna force the nemesis out. Which one is this one again? For now, this activates against you if Annihilation Wave is in play. Put the top card of your deck into play face down as an Arthrosian. And this is the one that tells you what Arthrosians is. So this comes out. It's not permanent. So if you have a way to get rid of environments, you can get rid of environments. Which player puts the top part of them? So again, I think I said this the other day when I played this the first time. It's feel like I know that. Well, I don't know because I don't know Nova Prime very well. My understanding is this is probably an ally or an enemy that is specific to him. Um, like they have a lot of interactions to with each other or something. But he like his theme does not feel personal to him. It feels like this could be anybody's nemesis. Um, yeah, that's kind of where I stand with where he's at. Um, yeah, I think that'll end my stream right there. And with that, have a good rest of your morning slash day slash evening, wherever you are. Um, I know that if you're in the northeast coast like I am of the United States, we got a couple warm days coming up, so hopefully some of this ice finally melts. But until then, take care of yourself and be safe with that. Um, but yeah, uh,